If you are still running Node.js in production and you don't know what EOL means, you might already be at risk. And this April is happening again. Node.js 20 is reaching EOL. In this video, I'll explain what EOL actually means, where it comes from, and why it is one of the most important things you should care about if you are building production applications. EOL stands for End of Life. In Node.js, it means a version is no longer supported by the core team. No more security updates, bug fixes, performance improvements. This version is essentially frozen in time. And if a vulnerability is discovered after that time, it will not be fixed. And worse than that, it might not even show up in your security tools, because EOL versions are no longer part of active testing. In development, this might not sound like a big deal, but in production, this is critical. Because running an EOL version means you are exposed to security vulnerabilities, dependencies can stop supporting your versions, and your system becomes harder to maintain. And this is exactly why mass production issues don't come from crashes. They come from systems slowly becoming fragile. Node.js follows a structured release cycle. Every major version goes through 3 stages: current, active LTS, maintenance, and finally EOL. A new major version is released every 6 months, and LTS versions are supported for about 30 months. This model exists for one reason: to balance innovation with stability in production. And while this model evolves over time, the core idea stays the same. Node.js started back in 2009. Since then, we've had dozens of versions, from early and stable releases to today's structured LTS system. This life cycle wasn't always disorganized. It evolved over time because companies needed predictability. You can't run production systems on something that changes unpredictably. This April, Node.js 20 is reaching EOL. It means no more security patches, no more bug fixes. But at the same time, Node.js 26 is being released. And this is how the ecosystem moves forward. And here's the important part. EOL is not just a date, it's a signal that your system needs to evolve. Because in software, standing still is what creates a risk. If you're running Node.js in production, you should always know, first, which version you're on, and second, when it reaches EOL. Because the goal is not just to build systems, it's to keep them reliable over time. In the next video, I'll break down the difference between current and active, and which one you should actually use in production. Also, Node.js is evolving its release model in the coming years, so we'll cover that too. Subscribe if you are working with Node.js seriously. This series of videos will save you a lot of time and mistakes. See you in the next video. Bye!